Welcome back to Bill's Bets and Beers. I got my buddy Andrew on the other spot here. We're about to do another college football week 11 preview. Gonna be going over some stuff, making a nice same game parlay, doing some top five game matchups, players to watch, Heisman watch, things like that. But let's get into it. Let's bring him in. The man, the myth, the
Yo,
legend.
you're talking about yourself, but I'm happy to be here
Yeah.
too. What's going on, my main man? I hope everyone's having a great week. It's Friday, it's the weekend. Yeah, how you doing, Chad? Thanks for having me on.
Oh, doing good. Just celebrating the Marine Corps birthday and Veterans Day and things like
Thank
that. Drinking
you
a
for
nice little
your
drink.
service, my friend. Here, I got a. You ever have this hot water?
No, I have not.
Well, this goes out to you, my friend. Thank you for your service.
Is that local for you, or is it
I think it's like Vermont or something.
okay. Yeah, I was like, I just never heard
So,
of it.
to all veterans everywhere, we thank you.
So, what you got for these top five matchups today?
Well, I wanted to let you know that last week I couldn't make it on, and I missed you. So this week I brought a little act. I taught myself to juggle somewhat, and and we're going to be juggling our picks today. Okay, see that?
That's impressive.
Still
I couldn't
working
do
on it.
that.
Still working on it. That's why I was off last week. I was at juggling school. Okay. um, so yeah, we have a great slate. If you can believe it, Chad, there's only 3 regular season weeks left in college football. That's hard to
That's
believe,
crazy.
but there's only 3 regular season weeks left. We've seen a lot of great storylines, and we have a good top five coming in this week. So we'll jump in. We can jump right in. I got
Yeah.
a good slate for you. Coming in at, as I can only just mute that there. Coming in at number 5, game of the week, and one I'm excited to see. Number 21, Arizona is going on the road to Colorado. Colorado was the early season darlings, Prime, Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, and they have since.
Yeah.
But Arizona's done the other thing. Arizona, Chad, just 2 years ago, won one game. And now Arizona is 6-3, ranked 21st in the country. They are ascending. They made a quarterback switch earlier in the season to a sophomore, and he is very good. So he's not going to be eligible for a draft or anything for a year or two, but it's already a name I'm keeping an eye on. I like Arizona versus Colorado.
Ooh. Yeah, I can see that because Colorado definitely has been, like you said, in the spiral down phase.
Big time. Big time. So that's going to be fun. Coming in as my number 4 game of the week. Florida State is the ACC conference only chance at this point to make the college football playoff. They're undefeated. It's the best team they've had since Jameis Winston was there. My cat's a big fan. And um, this week, Florida State is hosting the University of Miami. It's a great rivalry game. It's 3:30 on ABC if you're free. I'd advise you to watch it because the only way I see Florida State making it to the college football playoff is if they get there undefeated. And Miami is going to be
Okay.
a test for them. So I think they have to win literally every game. And this is one of those games where they could get tripped up by an in-state rival. Um, that one I'm going to be keeping a close eye on. I'm excited to see how it turns out. And will Florida State be able to keep their championship hopes alive? Coming in number 3, Chad. I'm excited to tell you about this one. We got, where'd I write it down here? Alabama is going on the road to Kentucky. Now, Alabama
Okay.
earlier this season, people were writing them off, myself included. Well, guess what? Slowly but surely, they've become the Alabama we all remember.
Okay.
They have a
I see it.
quarterback. They went in order, the quarterbacks that they had: Jalen Hurts, Tua however you say his last name, Tua,
Yeah.
Mac Jones, Bryce Young. I know some of them have various success, but all of them went on to the NFL. All 4 of them in a row.
Oh yeah,
You don't
definitely.
always get that in college, where every single quarterback you have is in the NFL. This year was the first year we thought maybe they wouldn't have that, but Jalen Milroy is proving that they might still have an NFL caliber quarterback on the roster. He had 4 touchdowns last week. He looked great beating LSU. This week they host Kentucky. The reason this one's interesting is if they can hold on to win it, they can seal their division and set up an SEC championship game against Georgia, which will be a lot of fun. So we're going to see if they can punch their ticket to that game this week.
Yeah, that definitely would be interesting because I mean Georgia's looking nasty though.
Yeah. Well, and that's a good segue, my
I think
friend.
they're favorites. Aren't they number one right now?
That's a good segue. Actually, Georgia is number 2 in the country. Ohio State moved to number 1. No real reason. Georgia's playing good and Ohio State's playing good. I think it's strength of schedule. Ohio State's had tougher opponents.
Yeah.
But really, it's like 1A, 1B. My number 2 game of the week, though, is Georgia. They're hosting Ole Miss. Ole Miss only has 1 loss. They're 8-1. Georgia, we know, is undefeated. It's the number 2 team in the country. Ole Miss is number 9. If Georgia's going to lose a game before it gets to the SEC championship, if they even lose a game at all, but I think that would be probably the first time they really might lose, except for this game. This game I'm going to keep an eye on because Ole Miss, number 9 in the country, only 1 loss. I think Ole Miss has the firepower to keep up with Georgia. The question will be defensively, can they stop Georgia? So I'm excited to watch that game because I think it's a game where Georgia will be tested.
Yeah, I was just looking up that game to see what that line was.
Georgia favored by 10.5. But that's not a huge favor. In college, that's like almost saying like this is going to be kind of close.
That's like just giving him like an NFL like 3 points because it's home,
Yeah,
right?
honestly, yeah. I think that's like actually kind of respectful to Ole Miss, saying like this isn't going to be a blowout. Ole Miss might be able to hang.
Interesting. Definitely like is there any players on like Ole Miss that you like think like need to like really show out? Like I'm not sure if
Yeah,
you follow that team too much.
I do. They have a quarterback. His name is Jackson Dart. He has been on my radar for a little bit because interesting story. Caleb Williams, we all know about him.
Yep.
Caleb Williams transferred from Oklahoma to USC and became the starter there 2 years ago. The current starter was Jackson Dart. When Caleb Williams came, Jackson Dart decided to leave, and he left his starting position at USC to become the starter at Ole Miss. And so I think he's
Mm,
trying to carve out a path for himself using Ole Miss to be his chance to make it to the NFL. And if he can carve up Georgia's defense, he'll have some NFL scouts taking a look at him.
okay, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, maybe getting into the NFL this year, getting some good
Mm-hmm.
get some good publicity. Definitely with a win over if they can get a win over the Bulldogs.
Yes. Yep. I think Georgia probably will win that game, but I'm going to be rooting for the chaos of seeing Ole Miss pull it off.
I mean, it'd be interesting even just to cover for them. That'd be huge.
Yeah, I agree. And I think they can
Make it
do
a
it.
one score game. You know, make it a
When
one
we get
score
to the
game.
parlays, I'm going to have something to say about that. But before we get there, I got to give you my number 1 game of the week. Big Ten matchup. Number 3 Michigan, undefeated Michigan, is going on the road to number 10 Penn State. Now,
Mm,
Penn State, we know, had a big matchup with Ohio State a few weeks ago that we previewed here, and
yeah,
they couldn't hang. Ohio State won that game. Let me tell you why I think this one could be more interesting. A, it's in Penn State this time. When they played Ohio State, they went on the road. So Penn State's home. Okay. Michigan is in the middle of a little bit of turmoil. I don't know if you've heard about this or seen it, but
I
they're in a
saw.
sign stealing scandal, and Jim Harbaugh just got suspended for 3
Yeah,
games.
I just saw
Yeah.
that, and so he basically got kicked out the rest of the season at this point,
Regular season, he can come back if and when they make the playoffs. They'd have to do so. Let's see what happens there.
or maybe a bowl
Um,
game or something.
Correct. So I think Penn State can catch a very vulnerable Ohio State this weekend. I was excited about the Ohio State Penn State matchup, and Ohio State ended up winning semi convincingly. This one I think could go the other way, or does Michigan band together because their coach is being scrutinized and find a way to win on the road against a tough opponent? This game is going to be the game of the weekend to watch. Michigan and Penn State.
What's your opinion on that whole were they like they were stealing signs, right, or something like that, or
Yeah.
like
So they had a staff member going to different games, and you can actually see he was wearing
oh,
disguises and stuff,
and
and he
just
was videotaping it. Yep. Yep. Yep.
that's like that's a gray line. I mean, it's not gray, but it's like darker gray, not like a black line, you know. Because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically, if it wasn't staff and someone just sent them information, I mean, what are they supposed to say? Like they can watch the
Right.
film, you know what I mean? Like if they had like the all 21, you know, just like go through and just
I want to know if how Michigan will play. Like, will they be out there? Excuse my language, but will they be bitching about their coach not being there, or will they have the swagger to dig deep and play despite his absence?
I mean, I feel like as like younger people, this would be something like the come out and show their coach like, hey, even though whatever that's already been decided, it was done. That's not the
Mhm.
reason why we're doing this. We're here because we're good. We're good enough.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
I
show
agree.
out and play.
Yep. You got to, put up. You got to do it. Next man up.
Exactly.
Okay. So that's my game of the week. I think it's a very fun weekend for college football. And the thing is, savor it because we're running out. Believe it or not, even the NFL past halfway regular season. We're running out of weeks here. Soak it in while you can.
Yep, exactly.
So, anyways, those are my games of the week. I'm looking forward to them.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So I added another segment in here just for. So I was thinking
Hmm.
about it.
Okay.
Players to watch. Like these are
Yeah.
just players that like not for the Heisman, just in general. Like
Mhm.
coming up the last
I
three
love this.
weeks, making a name
I
for
love this.
themselves. Players to watch. You can give like a
All right.
top three or something like that.
I'll give you a top three. And right now, let's stay on that Michigan game. I could go with a Michigan player, and how will they respond? J.J. McCarthy. I'm actually going to say player to watch is Drew Aller. He's the freshman quarterback for Penn State,
Mm,
and he'll be the reason they can pull the upset. He was the highest recruited quarterback in the country for his class. So for I want to say that would be the class of 23. He was the highest rated quarterback in the entire country. He chose Penn State. Um, in a few years, he could be in the NFL. But this is the kind of games where we're gonna his legend could be born. If you can lead your team to an upset over Michigan, it's going to happen because of him. And suddenly, Drew Aller, it's way too late to win the Heisman this year, but maybe you start making your campaign for next year and you start getting scouts thinking about
yep.
you for the year after that. This is where it starts.
Just building your momentum in a sense, going from
This
like the
guy was at
pebble up to the
a year
boulder.
ago, this guy was taking the SAT, and now it's like, welcome to college.
That's you don't get too many rookies popping out like that too much. Usually
No,
the usually the top quarterbacks of like the high school, they don't generally come out and do like it's weird. It's like from high school to college, but it just seems weird like the gap. Like top
sure.
quarterbacks sometimes top players of the they go to these colleges and sometimes they're not you never even hear their name again. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Yep. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But Drew Aller, this is a big one. If he pulls this off, he will become a name we know in college.
I think we're gonna have to add, Caleb onto this list, I would think.
Well, Caleb, we already know about. He is a player to watch. In fact, I'm glad you brought him
Yeah.
up. He's
Just
playing
because
in a
his
night. Yeah,
yeah, was it
he's playing in a night game against Oregon. It's number 6 in the country. USC not ranked at all. Not ranked anymore. They're 7-3.
that's a
They're going
hard
on
blow,
the
right?
hard blow. They're going on the road to Oregon, number 6 in the country. Right now, Caleb Williams is battling for his draft stock.
Hmm.
And he's a player to watch this week because it's like, can he salvage this thing and keep it together as this number one pick prospect? I wouldn't say it's gone. If he could
Even
go on the
first
road to
round.
Oregon,
Jesus.
pull an upset against Oregon, I think he's right back in there. I think people would say, well, maybe it's the team he's on, it's not him. There's always a way to fall back in love with him, but he's got to start it here this week. He's a player to watch.
Yeah, I just to say like you gotta add him on there because like 4 weeks ago he was like number one draft pick, guaranteed almost, and now it's like
What
is he
happened?
gonna is he gonna even get taken in the second round? Maybe like I
Right.
mean I'm not that far, but like in the first round I would say like is he even first round material? Because there's only so
Mhm.
many places looking for quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
they're more probably gonna go towards defensive like defensive line or offensive line positions like
Sure.
higher up like
hmm
that.
hmm Finally,
Interesting
my
for him.
player to watch. Jed, I got a good one here. You haven't heard this name probably yet, but let me tell you about who you'll be taking as your running back in a few years in fantasy football when he's in the NFL. The best running back in college football. I've never said his name yet on your show. Today's the day. I want you to start paying attention to Oklahoma State's Ollie Gordon the third, or excuse me, the second. He's good. He leads
Mm.
the country in rushing yards and touchdowns, and he is the reason Oklahoma State just upset Oklahoma on the road.
Ooh, interesting.
Ollie Gordon the second is the best running back in the country, and I think he might be atop my next segment we're going to do right now.
Okay, let's go into that right now. Let's roll right in. Heisman watch, and that's good. Like I loved how you're on your toes and good for the last one. I just added it in last minute, and I was like, you know what,
I
that'd be
love it.
kind of good. Good
I
little
loved it.
segment.
It was great. It was great. Um, okay, I'm going to give you the three guys I think are atop the Heisman board right now. I think Kaylee Williams is out. I think Michael Penix Jr. leads the list still.
Hmm.
But right on his heels is running back Ollie Gordon.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's big for running backs. I mean,
I'm telling you, he's right there. And I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is right after that. So I think we have a quarterback, a running back, and a wide receiver as your top three players in college football right now.
yeah, I was gonna say, oh, who's the wide receiver?
Marvin Harrison Jr., Ohio State.
Harrison. Okay. Now I
hmm
was gonna say like it's almost like this whole like I think with like running back anything compared to like quarterbacks going into for Heisman,
hmm
it's just like with MVP, it's like Butterball going against Tyson. Like he can hit hard, he can do his thing, but
Right.
like he's the Tyson's always there, just like he just has the edge. Like like
Right.
because he's like quarterbacks are a big position, running backs are
hmm
too, but like quarterbacks just get more limelight most of the time, unless you're the
Sure.
main thing making that team win with the bad
Sure.
quarterbacks.
This day and age, that is true.
But yeah, it's good. Good Heisman watch. Who do you predict getting it actually? Like, do you have a little prediction? Like, yeah, I think you go
It
with Penix,
depends.
but
It depends how a few things shake out. But you know what? I honestly do think it's a quarterback award, and as fun as it would be for a running back or a receiver, it's probably going to be Michael Penix Jr.
one, 1 second.
Sure. Yeah.
Little one just woke up, but it's okay. He's
Oh, okay.
six.
Okay. We
He's
can
been
go
going.
quick here. You want to do a
All right.
parlay?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we're good. He's fine. He's just tired. He'll fall asleep.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, yeah, let's go to bed, buddy. Yeah, so let's definitely go right into that parlay. It's just
I love
awesome to
this.
see.
I love this cameo appearance here. This is heartwarming. This is what it's all about. This is a family friendly show, and we invite the kids on. I got cats walking around. We got kids. This is a family friendly show, and I'm glad to see the little guy is comfortable with you.
Yeah, he just woke up. He had to go to the bathroom and stuff. So
Mm-hmm. All right, we've all been
all
there.
the all the funs. Okay, I'm gathering up right now. Okay, there we go. So I put a bet on this earlier when it was like around plus 1,000 for
Mm-hmm.
North Texas to win money line because I was like, I'll put $1 on 1 in 10.
Yep,
It's a close game. Close game. Anything can happen in college.
I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna give you three.
Michigan. What do you think?
Yeah,
Michigan, Penn State.
yeah, I
Is
like
that
it.
too close for you, or do you like the plus for
Well,
Penn?
I think if you're gonna go plus, if you're gonna take the 4, you're gonna pick a team to win outright. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I think Penn State's gonna pull this off. I think they're gonna win the game outright at home.
Oh, okay. Add that right to that. Yeah, I'm hoping I get that one. It'd be a free. I was so mad. I was yesterday. Um, what I was watching the game for Thursday night, and I was literally one pass catch away from the running back on it. I can't think his name. It wasn't the Bears running back. It was the other guy, but there was a penalty that brought it back, and he
Mm,
caught a ball, and I watched him go like so many yards, and I would have won $140 off of $3 if he would have just caught
mm,
that. If that would have been a penalty, like you son of a bitch. But
right.
so what do you think about Alabama, Kentucky here? Is Alabama even in the prospect on this?
Alabama, Kentucky is a stay away. That's a
Do you
stay
think
away.
over? Do you think over under? Is it like more
What do
defensive,
they? What do they
offensive?
got? 47. It's a stay away, Chad.
Yeah, I
But
got you, got you.
I want you to look at Oklahoma UCF, Oklahoma State UCF.
Okay, let me see if I can find Oklahoma. There you go.
There it is. Yep.
Two and a
Hammer,
half.
hammer Oklahoma State with the win, outright win.
Well, if it's 2.5, I might as well give them 2.5, right?
Yeah, hammer
Because
it.
in college, you're never gonna really get that close. I wouldn't think.
Right, right.
Ooh, Baylor. I mean, wow, Baylor's getting 21. That's a bad team though.
Mm-hmm. And one more I want you to look at.
Ooh, Minnesota Purdue. Is that interesting at all or no? One
That
and a
one,
half point spread.
and who's favored?
Purdue.
Hammer, Minnesota.
Oh, what you think Minnesota's grabbing it?
Yeah,
I'm just looking at that. I was like, that's crazy. 1.5 though. A lot of these lines are getting pretty close.
hammer, Minnesota.
Washington take. Well, this is your. No. It's not Washington. It was a Colorado one. Sorry. We already did that UCF. Yeah. The Wow, this is a big name too. Auburn versus Arkansas. That
What's the
close?
spread?
Auburn's getting 2.5. Weren't they? Didn't they used to be a big team way back, like 4 or 5 years ago?
When they had Cam Newton, they were elites.
Because I know it was always like Auburn, Alabama towards
Give
the
me,
end.
give me Auburn outright.
Oh, alt right, yeah. Go get that 1+10.
Mhm.
That's funny. Like it just. I'm sorry. I always used to hear the college football name Auburn like when I was in the military. So I guess like 2015. But like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
there's that Ole Miss Georgia. Do you think Ole Miss will? Do you think Georgia outright? Correct or like?
I
Or are
think
you
I
giving
think
them
I think Ole Miss hangs.
+10? You think within or
Yeah.
like?
Yep.
Take that. Take those. See what else is in here. Couple. Nah. That Cincinnati team's been doing pretty good this year.
Stay away.
Yeah, I see the Houston. And this is coming up towards the end.
Chad?
Michigan, Ohio State. Is this next week's? Or
No, it's Michigan State.
damn, it's a lot of points, but damn.
Yeah.
If you're winning by 31, you're definitely going over 47.
And then there's Duke, North Carolina.
Yeah, who do you think? What do you think?
I want the under on the point spread.
Under? Ooh,
Yep.
very defensive matchup. And then you got Arizona State and UCLA.
Yep.
You think okay? This is plus 17 towards Arizona. Plus 17 for Arizona.
UCLA covers that.
Ooh,
Holidays at the Home Depot and our aisles are
that's big.
What is going on here? Okay. All right. Well, Chad, that's it.
That's gonna be it.
We got time for
we
one
got
more. One more.
You think one more bet you want to add on this?
Yep.
Is it Iowa BYU? No.
It's Penix for the Heisman.
Oh yeah. Oh, Penix. You okay? Give me 1 sec. I know there's. I can do a Heisman on here. I'll do this. I got my little bonus here.
Love it.
But like $3 in this. And I know I'll go back all the way back up here. So there should be Heisman, college football, futures. You would think. 1 second. No.
That's okay. File it away.
I'll definitely look for that. There's probably somewhere in
And
here.
next week, Chad, we're doing a Heisman parlay.
No, okay, we can do that. Like I said, there has to be something in here for Heisman's or something.
And Chad, just for you. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Whoops. All right, my man.
Well, that could be it. Well, I'll see you next week. I'll stop sharing this so we can go back.
Thank you for your service. Happy Veterans Day. Have an awesome weekend. And don't forget. Wait.
You got it. Dude, I'm telling you, that's better than most. You only probably mentioned that a couple of days.
Huh?
I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
Thanks for coming to the circus show.
Oh yeah. Well, dude, I'll see you on Monday. I'll see you in the office.
All right, sounds good, man. Great times, bro.
Peace.
Peace out, bro.
Well, that was Andrew Bannis doing our little thing we got going on. Love our college football stuff. I'll probably snag him in for some Bills things eventually, but yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. Get this little guy back in bed. Go Bills, and I'm out.